to moral high ground. Excuse me. Well, I'm talking about what's morally right. And today I'm going to be talking about uh, dealing with people that make you look bad. Now, I know I had this subject in a certain ways, and you're probably going to hear a lot of things I said before about fake people or slander and defamation of character and stuff. But this is an issue I believe that needs to be addressed multiple times, if not 100,000 times, because this is what goes on in America nowadays. And this is why there's no trust. This is why there's no loyalty. This is why you got people who's lonely that stay away from people, who avoid conflict, and those that just choose to uh, run around and treat people with disrespect and disregard. And it's intolerable. It's not supposed to be this way. We're all supposed to find a way to at least unite and come together and find a way to strive as a people. And when I say as a people, I'm talking about the whole damn country. Okay, there's other countries where pretty much everyone can get along, or at least everyone says, "Oh, that person's part of my people because they're in this country." America doesn't does that. It just practices integration, but practices or teaches integration and practices separation, and that's a problem. It's a big problem because that means that you're already telling people not to trust people and not to have bonds and loyalty. So this needs to be abolished as well. But the thing that's the biggest problem is trying to live your life while someone else has got some kind of beef with you, some kind of hatred for you, deep seated hatred in some cases, uh, and some kind of form of just disrespect, period, because they're not happy that you got something or jealous about some little retarded crap. Now, jealousy with me personally doesn't really happen. I'm not jealous of nothing. I'm comfortable with what I got, you know. One thing I might be jealous of in some cases is everybody getting nookie but me lately. But in all sense, good sense, it doesn't make sense that you work hard for everything you got and someone decides it's time to come and take it from you. Either they're going to do it by trying to send somebody to take it from you, or they're going to find a way to destroy you to where you can't get it. Whatever access that you got, you could be working a job, they're trying to find a way to destroy that job so you don't get no financial gain. They're going to find a way to try to break up whatever relationship you got that brings you comfort and joy in your life. These type of people are despicable. They're wicked and demonic. And this is a term that needs to be addressed. But there's so many people who don't want to believe in God or even the devil, even though they're hell bound. And it's obvious when you talk to them, everything is negative or it's about some kind of, hatred for something, you know. And you don't even have to be like that. You can have the ones that's actually really nice, but at the same time, they thinking wicked thoughts. And it's just the persona they have in their personality's fake. There's no reality to it. One thing about me, I'm me 24/7. You know, only time I'm not is when I'm joking around, and people get it misconstrued because I talk a certain way, and people laugh like, that's funny, he's joking. No, I was being serious. I just didn't know any other way to say it. You know, but the messed up part about it is to put yourself out there, your emotions, your life, your you know need to survive and to get in the comfort zone when you got that survival thing working right and someone comes and snatches it from you by trying to do the most ridiculous things most ridiculous things, the most damn things that could ever happen. And I believe a communication process has to happen, maybe like an advance and or maybe a devance in the way people talk. I can't really say D. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is this, okay? People got to change the way they communicate. And the communication is supposed to be the key, as they say. It's supposed to be the thing that unites us all. I mean, there's people from other countries that can't speak the language, but somehow they're able to manage in some other place. I mean, hell, once again, look at America. You got foreigners come over here and they can barely speak English, but somehow they're able to manage and survive. It's been happening forever, and since Earth has been here, or at least the Tower of Babel fell. So it's plain and simple. It's the thing where a person needs to be protected at all times. And I'm not talking about with guns or with some bodyguard, but there needs to be a form of protection that literally will put people in their place. Now, I'm going to describe situations, a couple of them, where a person tries to make you look bad to make themselves look good. And this is a thing that happens constantly. I don't know what people's lifestyles. Everyone is different. Mine is plain and simple. It's really simple. I just try to do what I like to do. I've always been like that. I try to do what I like to do. And what I like to do is an extreme. Okay? I'm not going to go do all these wild drugs. Fentanyl shit doesn't even sound interested in me because hell with it. I don't care about none of that stuff. I just want to play video games, watch movies, work on some stuff I got an idea about that I think I can create that might be cool. I want to watch real good movies, and I'm getting tired of these streaming services. They got stuff that sucks, but I'm not trying to get off topic. And I want a good woman to make love to at least 5 times a day. That's getting hard as fuck to do now. And a vehicle I can drive around in during the day and just act like I'm in Grand Theft Auto. That's what I want. That's really what I want. If I'm going to live in the city. Really, in all honesty, if I had enough money, I'll be getting me some land somewhere, trying to survive like a pioneer. It's like a thing of mine since I got in my 40s. All I want to do is get some land. I want to go around fishing, and I want to plant a lot of plants, man, like vegetables. I want to make an orchard. It's like I just fantasize about a thing with the trees of every kind in one spot. Not just ferns, not just fruit trees, but put fruit trees with all kinds of different trees. I want to get soil from everywhere in the world and put it in this area. I mean, I can go on and on with this because I've thought about this a lot. I mean, it wouldn't even just be like a farm or a ranch. It'd be so advanced. It'd be like I'm creating a new Garden of Eden. And maybe God put that seed in my mind, but I just don't have enough financial gain to make it happen. But for me to think like that, that tells you that I don't really do much because that means I had enough time to process things to how I want my life to be. It might be a dream, it might be a fantasy, but I could totally make it a reality. Anybody can make their dreams and things a reality if they had the money to do it. So, with that being said, it's very simple in the way I think of what I want to do and what I want and what I just announced that I like and want. So, when someone interrupts that train of thinking with negativity, with conflict, with aggression, and rumors, lies, slander, defamation of character, what they're trying to do is tear me down, break me down, make it so their bullshit becomes a reality. Try to make you go off character and flip out and stuff. And the thing about it is, that's a miserable person. They're jealous of you for some reason, of some kind. You just got to figure out what it is. On top of the fact of figuring out what it is that they want, because they want something if they didn't decide to do this to you. There's people that'll sit there and they'll talk to you and they try to get stuff out of you. And there's those that sit there and talk to you, but yet they believe everything you're saying is a lie. That means they have no trust, they have no heart. That means someone's done something to that individual to make them make outrageous lies and demented thoughts about or they're trying to make themselves look good. I had a situation, and this ain't even a real thing that got me started on this whole conversation. But I had a situation where this relative of mine, who's known for going around sleeping with people's women and making children and stuff, told somebody I slept with one of his brothers, which is funny because I've always had way more attractive women. And, I've never decided to mess with another dude's woman. It's not my thing. I'm not that type of dude that goes around trying to do it to everybody's woman and make a big thing out of it and be a big show and start drama. I don't like drama, so I'm not going to do that. If I'm going to have a drama with a woman and all that, it's going to be mine. Like, so that's just it. But the point of my thing is this person that told me this rumor was convinced because they don't know me. And the thing is, that individual that did that, that said that about me, has a knack of going to people who don't really know me and tell them some crap about me to make them dislike me. There's a problem there. And usually this is what happens when you're dealing with this type of individual. They will go to someone that don't really know you. You might have just met them. You're having fun. Let's say you're a guy, you meet a girl, you're digging her, some dude or girl outside of that little just relationship you just made decides to tell that individual something about you that never happened or that ain't true. And this just get you to fight, to make you look bad, to get them to leave you because they see that you're happy, you know, and then they destroy that person and you're sitting back like, oh, well, you didn't want to be with me. Oh, you chose to deal with that, leave that person, so it's your problem. All of us go through this. And so this thing happens more often than normal. But the thing is, you have to see for yourself. You can't let someone tell you something and just believe that they just tell you something about somebody else and just believe that's the way it is. You have to see something for yourself. You got to analyze things. And I think a lot differently than people, and I see things a lot faster when it comes to personalities, but still try to treat someone as if they're a person. And that might be my flaw because I can see the negativity sometimes. I can see the mental illness. I can see the sadness, the hatred, the bitterness. I can see it all before it happens. But I always say, hey, I can probably be a voice of reason or a friend to this person. And that's where I go wrong. Because sooner or later, their wickedness then outpowered mine. It's like one of them things where I don't want to break it down into comic book terms, but more like, oh, damn, how can I put this? But in a way where, hmm, the good and evil fight, you know, like good comes at someone and they're doing good things and everyone's like happy, appreciating this person, and that person has an enemy or a person that wants to come and disrespect them or make fun of their goodness. Like, haha, he's helping a person that's mentally ill, or he's talking to this person. He doesn't know that person's crazy. Ha ha ha. Maybe that person that is mentally ill wants someone to talk to him, or that person that what do we call it? Alzheimer's or whatever. Or a person with Alzheimer's needs someone to help them or whatever. And that doesn't mean you make fun of that person or beat them down because they're doing something you wouldn't do. People have a problem in the United States where they see something as wrong and then they want to push that aside and make fun of anybody that's trying to help that person. Same thing with someone that's uh, disabled. You know, you see someone disabled and they say, "Oh, that person's a lost cause," or treat them like they're not normal. In some cases, it can be a little scary and intimidating to see someone that has a burned face or uh, missing some limbs or something. Sometimes what freaks me out, and I got over it on some cases, but sometimes it trips me out when you get those people that can't talk and then they go, oh, like, I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, I remember there was this guy that was doing that, and I was thinking he was like starting some shit, and then I had to realize he couldn't talk. But it is stupid if I think about it. That's why I'm laughing because I'm thinking about it. But it was like, what the fuck is going on, right? But I don't even know why I brought that up and gave myself that memory. But it's just wrong. You know, we have to have some kind of respect and try to understand people. And in some cases, scenarios you bring up, and the people will automatically say, "Oh, why would you talk to that person or whatnot?" I have this knack, and it's got this human thing. And I think it might be more human or it might be somewhat of a godly thing where I believe that all people need to be heard, all people need to be respected. And regardless of what walk of life they are, regardless of what they do in life and stuff, they at least need a friendly ear to be heard. And that's what I try to do. And so I get made fun of because of, oh, you talk to that person. Because the thing is, that person, let's say, for example, a person is a drug addict, and in this state I'm living in Portland, there's too many of the goddamn drug addicts. But I will sit there and socialize, hear what they're talking about for a minute, and until it goes crazy, and then I'm gone. But the point is, that doesn't mean I'm on drugs. That just means I'm being cool with somebody that might need, some help or a friendly voice to hear. Because these homeless people out here, they're running around here screaming at night. Some of them walking around for days. They feel like they're ghosts because no one's talking to them. I walked up to a girl one day and I gave her a cigarette or something. And she was, I was going to work, but she was crying and she was just bending over and stuff, like really sad, like she was about feeling like she's gonna fall. And I walked up to her and I said, "Are you okay?" And she goes, "No." And I said, "What's wrong? Are you all right?" And and she's like, "Oh, this guy, he hit me through my bag or something." And I was like, "Look, it's gonna be okay." I said, "Things are gonna get bad, but it get better later. It can't get as worse as you think. And I gave her a cigarette and I said, "You're gonna be okay." And I said, "Look, you can stay right around here, and sometimes the people help you out because it's like a shelter right next to where I was walking." And she's like, "Thank you, thanks for talking to me. No one's talking to me. And so it happens, man. And that's not the first time. I heard a couple times. People be like, "No one's talking to me," and these are the people that are homeless out there. Some of them that are actually not trying to be into things. There's a difference. I kind of noticed that recently. Is that the ones that are into stuff, they're everywhere. They're doing everything. They're doing drugs, they're running around, breaking into cars, they're doing all this stuff. But the ones that are homeless and are being ignored because of all the other crazy ones, the ones that are homeless and feel bad about their situation, they want to change it. They tend to uh, be sad, quiet, whatever, and they can't handle being that way, but it's the way people treat people because they see them that way. And so they say, "Oh, that person's bad because they're like this and that." So it's heartbreaking, just put it that way. But, and I kind of went off topic again, but I'm pretty positive those of you guys that listen and watch know I go off topic, but I come back around. So I'm coming back around again with this straight up. Screw the people who try to make you look bad because they ain't got nothing going on. They ain't got a real life. Even if someone looks like they got something going on and they're stable and stuff, when they start making stuff up about you, that means there's something about you they don't like or they wish they could have. And in some cases, they wish they were you. They wish they could have that personality, that car, that girl, that guy, whatever it is. Okay, they wish they could have that. And they look at you like, "Damn, how come I can't be like this person?" You know? And for this type of thing to happen, it means there's something really miserable going on in that individual's life to want to be somebody else. This is a normal, everyday person. You got to think about that. There's celebrities and stuff that people idolize. Hundreds and thousands of people idolize. And people want to be like that person. But for you, a regular person that walks down the street, goes to the store, has to deal with paying all these crappy ass bills, okay, and all this stuff, for someone to idolize you and want to be you, that's got to be the most weirdest shit. That means they look at you as if you're a celebrity, a rich person, or even a god. But don't get big headed because I said that. But that's the truth. They look at you as if you're a god, and they probably got a what do you call it, a shrine to you somewhere. You know, I've never done that. I thought of that when I broke up with this one chick one time. I started putting her photos up, and I said, I got nookie. And this is one thing. This is a good lesson I'm about to say for every guy out there who has a heart. Okay, don't do that. Just don't be getting so stuck in your feelings about a girl. And I told this to a guy the other day that was going crazy. and I consider him a friend, but he was going crazy over his girl leaving him. And I said, and I kept talking to him for days about it, just trying to figure out, and then we were relating on a lot of things. And I'm king of breaking up because I'm just not putting up with it. Okay, and I told the dude, I said, look, man, here's how you get over this, man. Find a girl who looks just like your woman and give it to her. Just give it to her all day long. Just come and keep coming until you can't come no more. You know what I'm saying? Take all that frustration and aggression out on the look-alike. And then you can go on and move on because it's a spell you're under. This is a bond. Those are the guys that you fall in love with a woman and you're like, oh, I love her. I don't want to be with no one else. The reason why is because you're, it's a mating thing. You breed with the woman type of thing to make babies. And if you have in that situation, then you're kind of stuck in the feelings of staying with her. And I'm only talking about the guys that have heart and that care. And so you just like, oh, I gotta stay with her. And then all you can think about is her because that's the person you have sex with, that's the person you think about, that's the person you wake up with, the person you go to sleep with. And so that's what you're thinking about. But if you, and it's a biological thing too, juices and all that crap when it comes to sex. So the thing is, you got to break that spell. Once you touch another woman in that way and love another woman physically in that way, you start to change and desire more. You'll desire another woman. You desire to be around more women because you want that. It's like a animalistic thing in a way too, because you get that feeling like, I need more. That's the thing. So it's breaking the spell, like pretty much. It's like the whole thing, but this is how you get over and move on, and hopefully move on to something better. But with all this being said, the relationship thing is the most baddest part when it comes to people dealing with people make you look bad because you could be sitting there and loving this person, enjoying them, and they play very good role on convincing you that they care about you. But the whole time, they're just taking advantage of you and using you to get what they desire out of the relationship, whether it be sex, money, a place to stay. Because this is something I've seen a lot lately is that guys will bring girls in that want a place to stay, you know, and they're really easy on saying that it's a trip. They'll say, oh, yeah, I'll be with you, yeah, because they want a place to stay. They're tired of living on the streets, and who can blame the females? They're out there homeless in the street or whatever, prostitutes or whatever the hell, and they just want that comfort. They want something stable. They want that comfort. And I don't care how many women run around trying to do this whorism thing that's new, where it's like, hey, it's cool to be a whore type of thing. I don't care how many there is. They want that comfortability. They want that stable guy. They want the father figure, the big brother, whatever, to protect them. And they want a place they know they can call home. And they have to bow down a bit and say, yes, I can't do this without a guy. And this is just something for the audience of females I have out there. Do that. Go on TikTok, go on your Instagram and say, you can't do this without a guy. And explain why. It make more sense than having all these girls talking about they hate guys. But you're choosing that to be around these guys that treat you like scumbags. So what's the point of trying to even make it known to the world? Just try to say you can't do this without a guy, and prove to people that a man and woman need to be together. We need that strength, that confidence, that thing God put in man and woman when He created them. The bond of creation and love and connection. But the connections some people have in relationships are wrong, and they will make you look bad. They'll go to a woman and say, if a guy could be working, doing everything, to feed his family and everything, and a girl will get asked by a authority figure or something, or maybe they friend or something. They go, oh yeah, he drinks, he smacks me around. Da, da, da. This is the ultimate betrayal when a woman does this, because it's like you don't know how women really don't know how dudes feel when they truly have feelings for a woman. It's like it gives a man power, true power. I mean, power where you're just like, yes, I can fight the world. And man, to have that feeling of wanting to fight the world is damn this greatest thing in the whole fucking planet. You're just like, yes, take me, sucker. It's like, I can kill y'all, whatever, right? I don't know. I'm just explaining. There's so many damn emotions and things that happen when you truly feel powerful from loving somebody, of opposite sex. Okay? Because I'm not talking about anything else but men and women when I'm saying this, but because this is a thing that's the biggest problem right now. Is men separating from women, women separating from men, and it has to do with people they're dealing with that's talking about you, making you look bad. They're going around and talking to your cousin, your girlfriend, or not your girlfriend, because I'm talking about the girlfriend, but they're talking about your parents, your teachers, anything, your boss, all that, just to make you look bad, so they can look good and make sure they can get out. It's just not right. There has to be an in between, and these people should be blacklisted. There should be numbers, especially if they do it to multiple people. There should be some kind of like how they got criminal records. This female has been with 9 guys and has done the same pattern with 9 guys, and then put it on the thing. And so when guys hear, oh, I won't mess with her unless there's a guy that's compatible within that same thing that does exactly like her, you know. But we need to fix that. And it starts when you're dealing with people who make them look bad in a relationship. And it's just all the same thing. Friendships, family that's jealous of you, all this stuff. And to be honest with it, these people deserve the misery that they're in, deserve the bitterness, deserve the things because there's something that they're not dealing with, something they're hiding because they only ones that look bad as them in the end. And they're going to look bad all the time because they choose to turn good people into monsters that they're not. Try to destroy their character to make them feel better about themselves. It's the most retarded, sickening thing. How can you obsess over things that are someone that doesn't even think about you during the day? You know, it's the stupidest shit. And I deal with it constantly. The only thing I obsess over is a female that I have feelings for. That's if I'm with her. But I'm not obsessing that to that much because I still got my original obsessions, which is oh getting some kind of business and feeling successful, and then my ultimate plan, like I was explaining about trying to live like a pioneer. And it's just a guy thing, I guess. That's stuck, and I'm so serious about that. I want to go fish and climb trees and jump down and snap an elk's neck. I don't know. I thought about that like how many times. The climb a tree and just like, wait for an elk and then drop it and snap it. But I don't know. So it's so stupid. I know the way gravity works and the weight, my weight, it probably crush the damn elk and snap his ass. But anyway, or just ride him until I die. I don't know. Never thought about that part until now. But anyway, this is moral high ground, and cutting it short because I can go on and on about this, and there's so many things on my mind that I'm dealing with, and it comes to the same thing, and it's the same thing that happens to me constantly. That's why if you watch all my back episodes, there's always something about fake people trying to make you look bad and all that, because that's what I go through, and it has to do with one thing: my pigmentation. You know, where you black people doing certain things, and in the black community, one person does something, everyone looks bad. But in the white community, one person does something, it doesn't matter because there's too many other ones that do it too. So it's just the honest to God truth. But check out my stuff. Fucking Pocket Cast, Radio Cast, or Radio Public, uh, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, great Spotify, and here on YouTube when I decide to post on here. And just leave a comment if you like this. Please just start sharing my stuff. If you want to subscribe, that'd be awesome. And I just wish you guys the best of luck. Peace be with you. And blessings upon you always, all the time. And until next time, probably tomorrow. Late.